I assume it's gathering donations for the newly orphaned wolf victims or whatever. So we should definitely steal it, is long story short.
Well, I mean, yes.
The wooded moors give way to mist-laden fields. Ahead up the narrow track stands the village of Hirot. The village is defended by a low earthen rampart topped with a wooden palisade. Behind the village, a causeway rises to a great hall resting atop a craggy ridge. Black hearth smoke hangs forlornly over the village, as if even the smoke were too frightened to venture beyond the village walls. Solitary figures give out a cry, and a long mournful horn is sounded, echoing down the vale, declaring your approach to all.
We approach.
All right, well, let's go find the inn.
You approach the south gate, and you see a pair of militiamen who scramble down a ladder at the side of the main gate to greet you. And they look quite eager to greet you. They look quite excited. And one of them says, "Oh, welcome, travelers. You come from far away, no doubt. No doubt you have many tales to tell. You look like you are battle-tested. Perhaps you could come to our aid. The Jarl could certainly use the help of some warriors such as yourselves."
They just want to sacrifice us.
Yeah. We haven't been thanked yet for the good service we already did. Or rewarded.
Well,
Where's our reward?
They don't know about it.
Service? What service?
We were just talking amongst ourselves.
We have eliminated the demonic dog that you've been sacrificing people to for no good reason.
Wow, we're just going to lead with that.
The two militiamen stare at each other and then start to burst out laughing. "Surely you jest."
Didn't you just say that we looked like we are worthy, intrepid warriors?
"And indeed you are, but no one can slay the Hound."
Oh, well. I guess what we did slay doesn't count, because it was certainly a spiritus demonic creature.
"When did you slay this Hound?"
Just last night. Or I guess yesterday morning, technically, because we traveled all day.
"I fear, sir, you must have slain some other Hound, for several of our villagers fell to an attack from the Hound last night."
What? Can't be right.
Well, perhaps there's more than one Hound, or perhaps this Hound regenerates itself.
They clearly don't understand the word regenerates.
It's an industry term.
There is much consternation, for we satiated the Hound last evening, and yet it still attacked the village.
That's weird, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't like this at all. This doesn't sound right.
Perhaps you can aid our Jarl.
Perhaps we should meet the Jarl and see what he has to say. How wounded is everybody, by the way? I've met 4 hit points, even after a little bit of healing.
Oh, my maximum is 5.
You're all really messed up.
Yeah.
I think Damon is at 2.
Yep, I am at 2.
The 2 militiamen open the gate, and they introduce themselves as Mockle and Naven. And they say, "Sires, we are almost done with our nightly shift. We would be most grateful to hear some of your tales. Perhaps you could meet us at the Inn of the Sign of the Wolf Spear. Or, failing that, perhaps at the Sign of 3 Rats, if you do not have the coin for the Wolf Spear. Either way, we shall repay you with ale for some tales."
Oh,
Ale for tales.
That's a good trade.
Tears for Fears. Let's do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the Inn of the Wolf Spear.
Yeah, let's go get the wolf beer.
So you pass through the town square, and set just off the town square, Hirot's Soul Inn welcomes weary travelers day and night. Once a caravanserai, long before Hirot grew into a village, the inn still retains hints of its rough origins. Arrow slits are set into the shutters, a heavy iron bar stands ready to bar the door, and crenellations are set along the roof's edge.
So where do you think we can heal ourselves up, or do we just have to sleep this off?
I should be able to heal. It's just a mechanic of things. So why don't we get a home base and chit chat, and then go talk to the Jarl, and maybe get some healing done in between.
Okay,
cool.
That sounds.
You shouldn't heal again today, right? Because your fail number has gone up some after a couple of fails.
No, I should be able to. It's just getting disapproval or not disapproval.
Oh, okay.
And then it resets.
I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I feel fine.
It's early yet. Give it an hour.
I know. I'm sure.
You went to town.
Let's stab the thief in solidarity.
No. We just got here. I thought you were nice people.
We're okay.
Okay, so what's happening here?
Yeah, so we'll entertain the guards. So yeah, we'll go into the inn, yes.
Okay,
Set up a room, get some food.
so you go. Just quit jumping ahead here, man. Okay.
Food.
So you go in, you enter the inn, and the door opens into a common room where 15 villagers are sitting around eating and drinking. Above the bar is a great wolf spear, and behind the bar is a rather friendly-looking gentleman. And he spies you as he comes in and says, "Welcome, welcome, strangers. Come, sit. Sit by the fire and warm yourselves this night." And also, near the fireplace, you can see a man who appears to be a bard, and he's currently tuning a lute.
And the guards came with us to hear our tales of whatnot?
No, I don't think they're quite done with their...
Oh, they're not done their shift yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, here they are. Here they are now. The two guards from the front gate come in and greet you and say, friends, may we join?"
Of course. I will go to the bar and get us something to
Oh,
drink.
no. We insist. Brogan, ales for all of our friends, and the best meats you have available.
Well, damn.
I like the sound of that.
You will greatly enjoy the meats. Unfortunately, we do not have coin to pay for the meats, but we assumed you were hungry. But the ales are on us. Just this first one.
Cheapskates. Tell us about this hound. We fought and defeated something very hound-like by the standing stones east of town, and then it vanished after we had killed it. But you say it attacked the town last night? Did you see it yourselves?
We only heard the terrible cries. By the time we had roused ourselves and armed ourselves, it was too late, and it had taken one of the guards and another of the village children. And they were greatly mutilated. What's left of their bodies lie in the sky beers.
Sky beers.
Sky beers are beside the Great Hall.
Oh, I think I see. So it's like an open face, like burial sort of thing.
Of course.
Okay.
Did you think they're not in the sky?
I'm not talking to them.
But you cannot have slayed the hound. They say the hound cannot be slain by weapons alone.
What else does it take to slay the hound?
Yeah,
No one
we certainly
knows.
tried.
The Jarl and his thanes have no idea how to defeat it.
How long has the Jarl ruled this town?
The Jarl has been here for several years, and he has served us all well, up until 6 months past, when this
Was that
started.
when the hound? Yeah, okay.
Brogan Haverson, the bartender, slops down all your ales in front of you, and he leans over to Bunsen Beaker and whispers to him, "I could not help overhearing what you have told the guards here. I suggest you be silent, but I just wish to thank you for saving my daughter. Rest assured, the best rooms we have available are yours, and you can stay free of charge for as long as you wish."
Thank you.
Thank you indeed. We'll take 2. We can talk more later if you wish. But I will move the conversation along. Thank you. Oh, but that hound was nothing compared to the swamp jackals that we ran into. Brunson's gonna bump Carl, and Carl's gonna stand up and think, I'm supposed to talk about swamp jackals.
By the way, you're also in possession of 8 swamp jackal skins.
That's right.
So then,
Wow.
at this point, Carl's just gonna start laying out the pelts one by one. Just like, and we killed that one, and then we killed that one, and then that one, then that guy died, and then we killed that one,
A crowd begins to gather around you.
and then Bunsen died, and then we killed that one, and then we killed that one.
These are such marvelous pelts. Would you perhaps be willing to trade for these pelts?
Possibly. I'm not the one. I'm not the one to sell them. I'm just the one that holds them and tells people how we killed them and who died. That's my job.
Naven says, "Oh, the villagers will pay handsomely for these. These would make very smart winter jackets."
How far is the winter off?
The winter's never far off here. Well, these last 6 months it has been perpetual rain and just near darkness and this mist that never ends. And that hound,
Where will we find this hound?
they say it is found in the Sunken Fens.
The what?
Yeah,
Yes.
where we killed those
We were-
things, remember?
We were near there. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm new. I'm new here.
The bard, you hear him drum his lute, and then he gives a satisfied smile. And he says, "The Sunken Fens, you say? Why, I know a tale of the Sunken Fens." And he begins to strum on his lute, and I apologize in advance.
Oh,
And he begins to sing, "In ages past, the savage tribes of this land once worshipped an evil wolf spirit by casting sacrifices into a pit in the Sunken Fens. Fa-la-ra-la-ra."
wow, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, the
Do I hear another one?
scansion wasn't
Carl
awesome.
gets up and
but-
claps. Carl gets up and claps for the
Oh yeah,
Hind.
no, we all applaud.
Sing it again! Sing it again!
Oh, no, thank you. But I know.
Third, first, same as
I
the
do
first.
know another one. The hound takes beautiful women to be its brides in a kingdom beneath the moors. Beneath the misty moors. Roll-a-ray-a-roll-a-bum. Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-bum.
Are there any verses about how to kill the hound or why it's hard to kill?
There is this one. An ancient warlord. Oh, and Mako goes, "Oh, this is a good one. An ancient warlord possessed a magical spear that could slay the hound and a magical shield that could turn away the beast's attacks. Bards call him Ulfenar and say his tomb lies to the north."
I'm
All
gonna need
right.
another drink over here.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. The bartender supplies yet another drink for everyone.
Okay, that's good information. Magic spear and shield somewhere to the north.
You're a magic helmet almost.
Yeah. Do you want to keep trying to get information here in the tavern, or should we? Is it nighttime now? I forget.
It is dusk for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we rest for the night and then in the morning go out to meet the Jarl and maybe see about getting healed up?
I'll try healing tonight so that we can try and get full healed, or at least better for tomorrow.
And when we have moments amongst ourselves, I'll say, I think we probably shouldn't mention letting the innkeeper's daughter go. They might take a dim view of releasing their sacrifice.
Brogan Harrison takes you upstairs, and sure enough, his daughter is there. And he explains that they need to keep her hidden from the Jarl, or there will be much trouble. Though I feel awfully sore for that poor child and soldier that we lost last night. I couldn't sacrifice my daughter for this. I think the Jarl is mistaken. I think he's misguided. We've sacrificed possibly a third of the village, and the hound still comes. Surely one day we're just going to run out of people. Perhaps what the bard says is true. Perhaps there is this ancient tomb. I've heard talk of it. They say something may be hidden in the hills north of town.
How long has the Hound plagued you?
6 months it started. Before that there was nothing.
Huh.
Who can help? I do not know. You could try the scavengers and thieves over at the sign of the Three Rats. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. But if anyone knows of what's hidden out in those hills and out in the fens, it would be those scamps.
And the Jarl, you disagree with his sacrifice, the citizen policy. Apart from that, do you think he's a good person with his heart in the right place, or do you distrust him beyond that?
I think he means well, but I think his pride is too much. They say he has a plan, and that he just needs more time. That advisor of his.
Advisor, eh?
Yes.
Grima Wormtongue?
No. Some say that he is a sorcerer. Some say that he is in control of the Hound in secret, and that if you slay the sorcerer, you would slay the beast. But that seems to be nonsense.
How long has this advisor been in town?
Oh, the advisor has been here at least a year, but he never leaves the Jarl's side. They say he is working on a plan to defeat the Hound, and we only need to give him some more time. But how much more time can we give him? But you look poorly. I suggest you rest here the night.
Yeah.
That sounds
We
good.
will be in need of these
Yeah.
rooms for a while. Do you mind if we just hole up here until we figure out what's going on and maybe kill
For
the
the
Hound?
service you have given me and my family, you are welcome to stay as long as you wish.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You may
Right.
eat, drink, and sleep here for as long as you wish, and I guarantee you will never see a bill from me.
Oh, wow. That's very kind.
Extremely.
At the least, if Carl's around or I'm around, we can help you lift things and other stuff. We'll try and be of service when needed.
You saw the villagers downstairs. While this inn may not be the most impressive of places, it does have sturdy walls and doors, and I do allow any villagers who wish to spend the night here for fear of staying in their own hovels. I let them stay. So if there is any trouble, I would, of course, welcome any assistance, and I thank you for your offer.
Yes. Would you want first look at the pelts?
I have no need of pelts, but I am sure some of the other tradespeople or villagers may be willing to trade for you.
All right, we'll ask around tomorrow.
Well, there are many. We have a glass worker, a brewmaster, a miller, a leather worker, a smith, a baker, a bone and antler worker, and a carpenter and a tanner. We also have a medicine woman, but she is rather strange.
Fair enough.
All right. Sounds like somebody will be willing to buy these. So if we're done with him, so what do we want to go straight to the Jarl tomorrow or try to sell these things, or do we want to skip the Jarl? We should probably talk to the Jarl. I don't know. Oh, and what about the people at that other tavern?
Well, we got the let's sleep tonight, and then let's do some fact finding tomorrow, and we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll just let it marinate for a couple of minutes and see what it feels like. But I definitely think going to the thieves to try and figure out where the tomb is, or if there is something that might resemble a tomb to chase down weird, crazy bards' sayings. We try and offload the pelts, and then we try and talk to the Jarl. Because, I mean, we should at least even check out the advisor, just to see if they're on the up and up.
Ooh, now we have a
just
thief
test
to
it.
talk to thieves.
Exactly. So, yeah, let's take some time tonight, and then kind of let it marinate, and then run around tomorrow. And see, let's just feel the city out. I say we just feel the city out and see what the people act like, and maybe just stroll into the Jarls sometime.
Right. See if they're worth saving.
If they're worth saving.
You know, see what this place. Yeah, you never know. You never know what this day place is like. So, but yeah, I would definitely attempt some healing if anybody wants some.
I could.
Yeah, I can take it.
Here's healing
yeah.
for you. A character who actively adventures and gets a good night's rest heals 1 hit point. If the character gets a day of bed rest, they heal 2 hit points per night. Ability score loss, except for luck, heals at the same rate. 1 point for a good night's rest, 2 points with a day of bed rest. Then I think Damon's halfling may heal slightly differently, I'm not sure. But
I don't remember seeing anything about that.
Oh,
No,
that's just
I
you
think
get a
it's your
luck.
luck
You get a
for
luck
sure.
back for every heal, I think.
Halflings do, yeah.
Alright, so you spend the night?
Yes.
So it's the next morning. I would say that a rooster crows, but it doesn't. You just hear the cackles and cries of ravens.
Caw, caw, caw.
Okay.
Do we want to split up and talk to different people after maybe a
No,
quick
let's
breakfast, or stay
stick together.
together?
Breakfast for
Alright.
sure. But, why does everybody always want to split up? I don't understand.
Brogan Haverson greets you and prepares breakfast for you, but you can't help notice that he seems rather downbeat and solemn. And when you ask him why he is wearing such a frown, he tells you that late last night the Hound struck yet again,
Oh my gosh.
mutilating some of the cattle and killing 2 of the guards.
Huh.
The 2 guards were here just this last night. Young Muckle and Naven.
No, not Muckle and
Poor
Naven.
youngsters. The Jarl is of course furious, and now they're demanding that perhaps we bring the lottery forward a day.
Oh
Heaven
gosh.
forbid.
All right. So, assuming we want to help these people, we should probably move up our timetable.
I guess.
Hmm. I agree.
Is there a temple in town that offers healing services? Good innkeeper.
There is indeed, just to the north, across the square, is the Chapel of Justicia.
Oh, I'm like, wait, I worship Justicia, and I'm like, no, that's my dead one from the last session. Who worship Justicia?
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I don't.
You'll find Father Beacom and his acolytes there. A rather peculiar man, but he means well. I fear the last 6 months have been trying on his sanity.
All right, where to after breakfast, people?
Get some healing for you guys, I think.
Yeah.
So you go out of the inn and you find yourselves in the village square. Again, the entire village is shrouded in this cold, dense mist. And you can see on the tops of all of the buildings ravens gathered and just shifting around, staring at you and cawing mournfully. And the rain just continues to fall. So you're in the village square, and the village square is largely deserted, save for a few scruffy mongrels that pick their way through the abandoned stalls. A locked strongbox rests atop a short wooden post in the centre of the square. A tattered banner displaying a sable wolf rampant hangs forlornly above the strongbox. Slightly to the north, at the front of a large building, which is clearly a church, you see a thin, cruel-faced man dressed in a priest's garb.
Did you say a cruel-faced man?
Yes, a cruel, hawk-faced man
Right.
with 2 acolytes kneeling by his side. And he is raging and raving about sins and the sins of Hirot. And this is a punishment from the gods upon the foul people of Hirot, who are stained with sin.
Sounds like a pleasant man.
Yeah, he sounds great.
The Hound only slays sinners, he says. This is why it slays you all. And it shall slay me, for we are all with sin.
How are the townsfolk responding to this? Are they just ignoring him, or are they gathered around slack-jawed? And
No, they're not. The few townspeople you can see just look completely crushed. They just look defeated by life, and they're just trying to just go around about their own business and try and basically be invisible. So the chapel behind them seems to be the sole structure in the village that's built entirely from stone.
Mm.
It's the largest building in the village by far, next to the Great Hall, which rises up on the hill to the north.
While they're figuring out what to do about this priest and the acolyte, can Fingers go and maybe take a little closer look at that strongbox?
You are kind of in view of the priest.
Well, I mean, I don't want to steal it. I just want to take a look at it.
Oh, okay. I assume it's like gathering like donations for the newly orphaned wolf victims or whatever. So we should definitely steal it. Is long story short.
Well, I mean, yes, but I want to look at it first. Assess it for traps and for later.
You're asking a lot here. You said.
Fine. Okay, I won't.
You want to look at it and assess it for traps and whatever. I mean, exactly what
Okay.
do you want? What do you want to do?
I want to go and take a closer look at it. That's all I want to do right now. Take a closer look. How's that?
That's fine. That is the box. A locked strong box resting atop a short wooden post, and a tattered banner displaying a sable wolf hangs forlornly above it.
Are there any coin slots, or I don't see anything that it looks like a completely locked box from the picture. No slots, no
like a donation slot or something.
Yeah.
Is this where all the missing ballots were in Georgia? Which is why.
Hanging chads.
Yeah. That's what's going on here. This is voter fraud.
That's how he's the Jarl.
A child of about 10 years of age comes up to you and notices you looking at the box and says, why are you looking at our strong box?
I was wondering what was in it. I am new around here.
Oh, they put in the names. Everyone gives their names to the town scribe, and he records all of our names on a strip of paper. And then there is a slot in the top, and the town scribe puts the strips of paper in there.
I was right.
It's a lottery.
Then the Jarl, they put a blindfold on the Jarl. It's kind of funny, like for hide and seek. And the Jarl unlocks the strongbox and draws one of the slips of paper. And then the town scribe reads it, and Father Beacom also reads it. And then they take someone away.
Okay, that's the lottery.
A slaughtery.
A slaughtery. And then, yes, go on, my child.
Kid just goes running off. They're
Okay.
evidently bored with you.
Nah, I'm not surprised. Okay, I rejoin my companions and tell them what the child said to me. Like, that's the lottery box, folks. If we want to mess them up, we could, I could steal it later, but let's not worry about that right now.
We put our names in.
They didn't put our names in, did they?
I said we could.
No?
We are
I
in need of some healing.
I
Yeah.
don't know where you're going with that. Like, that would be the opposite of getting healing?
The majority of the buildings in the village are timber-framed wattle and daub constructions. And most of the smaller homes are just hovels, with families and livestock sharing hard-packed earthen floors. There are some buildings that are 2 or 3 stories in height, and they look better kept and probably belong to merchants or traders.
Is anybody lawful to talk to this
Yes.
priest of a lawful god?
No, not me.
Many of the buildings around you appear to be abandoned.
I'm neutral, if that helps, but not lawful.
We've got to save these people. We need to find whoever it was that supposedly has the magic stuff that can kill the spirit hound, the Hound of the
Yeah.
Baskervilles.
Agreed.
We need to make that quest, rescue this village, so that we can continue to enjoy its free services forever. Because if the village goes away, we're not going to get free ale and free meals and free beds, and I want that stuff.
My distant cousin makes an excellent point.
Is it worth talking to this weird priest to try to get healing?
I mean, try anything once, right?
Yeah. Carl's gonna go up to the priest and be like,
Go.
"Hi, we saved a lady and we killed some swamp hounds, and then I got really hurt."
Don't say to save the lady.
Well, no, she was on the road the other day, but no, we
Okay.
killed some swamp stuff to save the community, and could I get some healing? Cause I did a good thing.
Ooh, that's a pretty good case.
That was
The priest looks down his long nose at you and says,
I'll give you a pelt.
"Are you a devotee of Justicia?"
I don't really know what god I should be friends with. I just do good stuff because I like doing good stuff.
Carl, when they say, "Are you a devotee of what's her
Yeah.
name?"
Crass is
Say
shaking
yes.
his head in
No,
disappointment.
that's Gozer. No, that's Gozer. That's different. That's a different one.
Face-
That's Gozer.
face
I
palm,
know that one.
face palm,
Bunsen told
face
me.
palm.
Bunsen told me. Bunsen told me that one. This one's different.
Face
It's
palm.
the Justice one. I don't want to say bad stuff in front of the Justice one, and then the Justice one thinks I'm bad justice, and then does bad justice to me. I don't want that. I just thought since I did something good, and the gods are good, that maybe I could get a little healing because I did something good. Is all. Or could I do something nice for you, Mr. Priest Man, and then you could heal me? Like, do you want me to juggle pelts?
I assume that's worked.
No. No.
Okay,
Can we
well,
make a
okay.
Ridiculous. Aren't you a cleric?
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah, he
Bunsen.
sucks
The
at rolling
mojo's
his
not
healing
working.
roll,
The
though.
mojo's not working, but we could go down that rabbit hole if
Let's do it.
Mr. Priestman doesn't want to help.
Only devotees of Justicia are welcome here.
How
Leave
you
him
gonna
alone.
how you gonna grow,
right.
man?
Either we need to have a full day's rest, which is fine. We can spare a day, maybe, right? And or Bunsen,
think
it's
so.
up to you.
Yeah.
So what's it gonna be?
Let's get out of here and let's go talk outside. Because I
All right.
think this Justicia priest dude, he's gonna jauntily walk away. And he's like, "Come on, Carl. He's not gonna help us. He's not a good healing man." And Carl's gonna just walk by and go,
The
"Okay."
priest and the 2 acolytes turn their backs to you and walk into the church and close the
Yes,
door
they
behind
should.
them.
As they should.
Well, that went poorly.
Okay, so no healing there. Do we want to go for the Jarl or do we want to try the thief bar now to see if anybody has information about the burial site with the spear, or the hills with the spear.
Unless the games master is going to be particularly generous. Crass still only has 2 hit points. I don't want to. He doesn't want to keep walking around with 2 hit points. Healing,
That's
please.
fair.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Okay, there. I hit the minimum of 12. What is your alignment? I guess it doesn't matter. You get 1 hit dice worth of healing. So I think halfling's D6.
It's D6. Yep.
D6.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So roll a D6.
Me roll a D6.
Roll
Yeah.
a D6.
4. That's more than I
4.
can even take. I'm full
I'll
up
take a
now.
couple.
Thank you.
Okay.
See,
So
Great
who else
success.
needs one?
I'm at
Who else?
5 out of 9 right now.
No, you're
yeah, you
not.
could use that.
Roll 1.
Oh, you got it?
Roll 1 hit dice. Roll 1 hit
Nice.
dice.
4. I'm fill up. Nice.
Okay.
Thank you, good cleric.
And okay. And then Carl got 1.
By the way, Colin, I made one change on my character sheet. It seemed weird that I was chaotic. I'm neutral. Like it randomly determined chaotic, but I didn't like that.
So Carl's full up and Bunsen's full up. All right. I'm rolling with a different die.
Whew,
It's
nice.
working better. Okay. Okay.
All right,
so now
where
that
to
there's
now?
healing,
But
let's go talk
couple's a dead end.
with the Jarl. I mean, it's the morning. I'm assuming we got to wait. Well, do we want to split up? Do we want to do the thing we shouldn't do?
No, we could all stick together. I would suggest
Stick
in
together.
front of this suspicious advisor, let's not mention the sword and shield thing. Like, I got a bad feeling about this guy, thanks to our friend, the innkeeper. Like, I think we should play things kind of close to our vest in front of him. Like, we'll still offer to help with the wolf, but I don't know.
Okay. We need a face.
people agree?
Because Carl's not a face.
Fine,
Who's
yeah.
going to do the talking?
I've got 7 personality.
I've got 7 personality as well.
Great. I guess
12.
that leaves it to.
I guess
that
I'm
leaves
the
it
good
to-
one.
Okay. Bunsen could help too. He's got a 15. But all right.
No, you're the
So
best.
Bunsen, no, that's fine. Bunsen and Crass, we'll play face. Carl, you just keep your mouth shut. That's the good thing to do right now. Okay. And yeah, it's my characters don't have much intelligence.
Bunsen and Crass were one of my favorite vaudeville acts back in the day.
We were good. We were very good.
So yeah, let's go feel out the Jarl and let's give the thieves some time to maybe keep drinking.
Excellent.
Yeah, we can always work around back there later. And so this is, I guess if we're out mulling around, Column, is there other people out? Is there does it sound like work is going on?
Yes,
mean,
it sounds like there's repairs being made to the ramparts. There are people milling around. You see people peer out from the doorways of hovels and then duck away quickly again when they see you looking at them.
Hmm.
The place seems to be basically trying to go about its day.
All right, Crass, I got an idea. We're adventurers. We came through the area, near the swamp. We attacked by the jackals, killed the jackals, and then we limped our way back to the city. That's what we're gonna say. Okay?
That's also pretty much what happened.
Exactly. Just not the part about, before all that.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's our working title, and then we'll see if we can be adventurers for hire and approach it that way. Okay, to the Jarl.
Aha. Let's all go to the Jarl. Let's all go
Let's
to the
look at the
Jarl.
Jarl.
Are
It's a very musical episode
sexualizing the
tonight.
Jarl?
What the hell are you talking about? You might be sexualizing the Jarl, but I don't think anyone else is.
Damn it. Well, I mean, you said we're going to get a little snack, and if the Jarl's a snack, watch out.
Yeah. He's a tall drink.
Standing high atop the rocky crag overlooking Hirot, the great hall known as Meadhold is the seat of the Jarl's power. The great hall is built from enormous timbers thatched with golden straw and hung with the trophies celebrating the Jarl's victories. The rampant wolf, the Jarl's symbol, adorns the halls. Here in the common room, you see several sleeping cots and a great table. And around the table, you see the Jarl and his thanes. And seated beside him is clearly his advisor. The Jarl is a bearded giant of a man. His seer or advisor is a thin, weaseling wretch of a man.
Of course.
Who constantly appears to be whispering slyly into the Jarl's ear.
Game of Worm time.
Yeah, this is a combination between Lord of the Rings and Beowulf.
Also, seated at the table are 7 of the Jarl's thanes, and while the Jarl eyes you warily, the thanes, all of whom look very, very hardened and battle-tested, they seem to regard you as fellow comrades in arms.
Hey,
Well, that's nice of him.
Good day.
The Jarl stands and says, "Who are you, and why are you at our village?"
Well, we are an adventuring group. We have this map that we got.
"Silence! We have no need of adventurers."
Bunsen, I thought you had a lot of personality.
It's in the jazz hands.
Yeah, y'all, we're here to keep your village going and as a live concern, so that you can continue to have subjects and
Do you
the village
mock me?
of Hirot can
Do
grow.
you-
No,
Do you mock me, little man?
listen. Are you or are you not sacrificing people every couple of days to some spirit wolf?
Yes,
Okay then.
and by doing so, how many lives am I saving?
Yeah, but at the rate you're going, are you replacing these people?
We are buying ourselves valuable time so
Mm.
that we may formulate a plan to defeat this beast.
We are your plan. You can buy us.
Let us help.
We have no need of... This is preposterous, and I will not listen to this nonsense.
What's your
We have
objection?
lost too many people this last night.
Yeah, were they us or were they citizens of Hirot?
They were citizens of Hirot.
Why don't you send us instead?
We made a sacrifice, and still the beast came.
That's right.
So we need to figure out why this is happening. And
And
you...
here we are to help you.
We have... And he throws his hands in the air and begins to storm off. He just storms out of the room.
Brass turns and looks at the Seven Thanes and at Grima Wormtongue.
And his Weasley little servant follows him. And the two of them leave. And then one of the Thanes shakes his head and says, "My friends, I know you mean well, but our Jarl is not a reasonable man."
Well, that much is
Which one of you is reasonable?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we not work with him and we'll work with you instead? He can take all the credit for the success. That doesn't bother me. So just so long as, we get our
Creed
rewards.
looks
it's all
at
good.
the other Thanes and says, "Well, we could use all the help we could get, could we not, my friends?" And they all nod in agreement.
As they should.
Yeah.
Perhaps another one, a bald one, who introduces himself as Clone the Bald, says, "Perhaps we can work together off the books, so to speak.
Yes.
Works
yes,
for us.
keep going.
Yeah, tell us what you know about this wolf.
We know it is a powerful beast. We know that weapons cannot kill it. I have heard that it fears wolfsbane," says one of them.
How many of you have fought the Hound?
They all look at each other
Awkward.
in silence.
Okay. Who has? So we can get any type of information on this beast. Does anyone know? No one?
Another one of the Thanes, Hailf Halfson, shakes his head and says quietly, "I am ashamed to say that none of us have met the Hound in battle. The Jarl forbids it."
Well, for what it's worth, we have and survived.
They all look at each other incredulously and just say, "Oh, this is preposterous nonsense."
Bunsen points to Carl, and Carl has the swamp jackal pelts. He's like, "They're talking about this. The halflings like to talk."
Hmm.
Ah, yes, perhaps a jackal looks quite large to the little one.
Okay, Crash is harumphing now. He turns around and goes to the back of the party.
So what can we do to help
Grumble, grumble.
you?
Why do we have to hide this? Lying is stupid.
We do not know. All we know is that this lottery cannot continue. We are going to run out of villagers.
That's what I was just trying to tell your Jarl.
Only last night they sacrificed the poor innkeeper's daughter.
What?
Or, yes, or
fingers.
sacrificed.
Hey, Fingers, that
Yes.
box. This is Sotto Voce. Fingers, that box, was it attached to anything or was it just kind of sitting there?
Looked like it was just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, okay. Good to know.
They say the Hound will not rest until every last citizen of Hirot is slain.
Well, your Jarl doesn't seem to think that's a problem. It's almost like he's working in concert with it. He wants it to kill everybody.
No.
One of them stands to attention and draws his sword and puts it to your throat.
Oh,
All I'm
Bunson's
saying
gonna
is-
step in. We don't need any of that. We don't
All I'm
need any of
saying-
that.
You
Crass.
dare not slur the Jarl.
All I'm saying, Worthy Thane, is actions speak louder than words. Tell me what his actions are.
What about that advisor of his? Do you trust him?
We have no use for spiritualists and priests. We are all warriors, as is the Jarl. If he finds comfort, if he finds use in that damn seer, then let him be. Our duty is to serve the Jarl, not to question him.
All right, I'm going to weigh in with a little of my intelligence here and try to put some pieces together. What if the Jarl, and the Jarl seems like an honorable man, if somewhat gruff, what if he's been led astray by this, what did you call him, seer? Through no fault of his own?
We do not believe so. The Jarl is a good man. The Jarl has made sound decisions for the village for many years. These last few months have been trying, to say the least, but we have every faith in him.
Can you buy us 2 days before the next sacrifice?
The Jarl is now saying that we should sacrifice daily at this point. We are trying desperately to dissuade him from this course of action.
Okay.
The sacrifices have worked up to this point, but something is different now. Last night the Hound attacked, even though we sacrificed to it. We fully expect another attack tonight.
Then keep everyone inside and make sure that there's just patrols out. Where can you fit everyone in between the inn and the Great Hall? Can everybody be inside these 2 buildings?
Yes, and the church, the Chapel of Justicia, will hold a great many people.
Okay.
They look at each other. It seems a reasonable idea. 2 days, you say?
Well, just buy us some time. Because is there any credence to this tomb? The bard was spouting off down at the Wolf Spear. And has any of you heard this story of this ancient warrior with some stuff?
The Wolf Slayer.
Yes, that sounds good.
An ancient chieftain known as the Wolf Slayer. Yes, they say his tomb lies north of here, but we have seen no such thing. They may just be stories.
Has anyone gone looking for this tomb?
Well, there were rumors that Master Jenks and some of his riffraff may have wandered out and found something, but they're highly unreliable witnesses at best. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. They would slit your throats for a penny.
And where would these people be so we can stay far away from them?
Oh, over at the 3 Rats.
Okay, we
Oh,
will
yes.
not go there. All right, so we're gonna try and see if we can get to the bottom of this. If you can give us, we'll try and be back in 2 days and see if we can figure something out of what's going on. If you can just keep the people in those 3 buildings so you know where everyone is and have people ready to defend, we'll see if we can protect the people and kill this Hound.
Sounds like a reasonable plan.
Okay.
And as you can see, our plans have failed us up till now.
Well,
We shall speak with the Jarl on your behalf.
if we're not back within 2 days, you can have the sacrifice.
Rest assured, my friend, if you are not back in 2 days, the Jarl will make you the sacrifice.
Well, not if we're not here.
Yeah, that would be a little hard.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Practically speaking.
Rest assured that we will hunt you down.
Does he know our names? Can he spell them? I didn't think so. So
No.
we're not going to be on the
Uh,
list.
Yeah, let's not talk to these people.
Yeah.
All right, that's
In case you can't tell,
That's,
Crest is
I
a little
guess-
miffed at these bumbles.
all right. We will be on our way then, and hope to speak to you as quickly as we can. Good luck.
They bid you well. Likewise, sir.
Not that went well, I thought.
Kinda.
All right, should we go to this bar of the 3 Rats?
I can't wait.
Yes, you'll be in your element of thieves.
My element of thieves, yes. Are we all agreed? We're going to the 3 Rats?
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's fine.
Should we have the thief take the lead this time?
I will take the lead. These are my peeps. I hope.
Compared to the Wolf Spear Inn, this is a flop house of the worst order.
Nice.
Since you can tell,
Just
Crash
run
has a real
down
way
and
with people.
filthy, clearly overrun with rats and lice. It's a ramshackle 2-story building, and lying outside there are 5 rather shifty-looking individuals drinking from wineskins.
All right, what are we trying to figure out here? We're trying to find the wolf slayer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
anything
of those
to do with
guys dropped a
wolves here.
name of one of the thieves here.
I didn't get it. And I don't think
I neither.
my guys are smart enough.
There was Master Jenks.
Master
Master
Jenks.
Jenks. Yeah.
Jenks, okay.
All right, I will approach the gentleman drinking drinking from the wineskin, and in thieves' cant, ask them where I might find Master Jenks. I have business with him.
Misa have business with Master. Oh no, wait.
Oh no.
No,
Oh no.
no,
It's canon now. That's what thieves
stop
can't sounds
that
like. in this
right
All right.
world.
now.
It's
All right,
Stop
Jar
that
Jar.
right now.
Jar Jar
Crass
Jenks.
immediately. Something comes over Crass. You like see his eyes go kind of spiral, and he pulls out his short sword and he shanks Elowin.
Damn it.
Doesn't even know
Well,
why he's doing it.
We all knew this day would come.
There goes that healing, all that healing.
I agree with Rob that is now canon how thieves
Oh
cant
my God.
sounds in this universe.
Misa not happy about this.
Quit it.
Some of these characters just giggle under their breaths, and this rather scrawny, older-looking gentleman takes a sip of it from the wineskin, puts it down, and says, "Well, who's asking?" Uh-oh, I've given him a lisp.
Canon.
Fingers Fumblethorpe Esquire.
Finger stumble.
Oh God.
Don't. I wish to speak with Master Jenks. I have business that is none of yours.
Master Jenks is me, so Master Jenks' business is my business.
Okay, in that case, my demeanor changes and I put my hand out to shake.
Yeah, he spits into his hand and grasps yours.
All right.
He's to me a fellow thief. You're a stranger in these parts, though. What brings you here?
We are seeking someone who has been in combat with the Hound, and we have heard rumors that this man either may be you or you may know him.
Do I look like a man who can take on the Hound?
In better days, yes, sir.
Well, you are sorely mistaken. You heard very, very wrongly. Now, if you have some profitable business, or pointers as to profitable business, then we could talk. I thought this cheap wine we were drinking, it must have just gone to my head, because I could have sworn you asked me if I could fight this Hound.
I did not say that you could fight the Hound. I said that you might know of somebody. Did you not hear me correctly? Trying to gaslight him. All right. Anyone got any coin?
If I knew anybody who could take on this Hound, you can rest assured that I would have figured out a way to monetize that and get that done by now.
I hear there's maybe someone living or perhaps dead. The bard had a song about some legendary figure, and you might know where his resting place was.
The Wolf Slayer.
Oh, the Wolf Slayer. They all kind of mumble. So you're looking for the tomb of the Ulfidar.
Yes.
Maybe we is, maybe we ain't.
There you go.
Oh, sorry.
No. I like your answer better. Go ahead.
We lost 3 good boys to that. And then one of the thieves says, "Lost, or else they found the treasure and scammed off." And Master Jenks said, "Hush your mouth, Catkins. There's no way Kedge or Stein would do that to us. They were good men. Ilham, maybe he would have taken the money and run. But not Kedge and Stein. No, I think they just tried to take on something that was too big for their boots. It's a damn shame. Lost almost half my gang to that place."
That's a hard burden to carry. I am sorry to hear that.
The hardest burden is that they didn't come back with no treasure.
That is a hard burden. That is a very hard burden.
And that is our stock in trade. These last 6 months since those boys left, times have gotten real thin.
How do you know that there was treasure at all? Who told you this?
Stories. And then Stein found this mound up north. Weird looking serpent mound. Unnatural. Could tell it was built, could tell it was old. So Kedge, Stein, and Ilum went up there to check it for treasure. All those old mounds got treasure. But that was 6 months ago, and we've never seen them since. Fine boys.
Did the Hound start coming around after they went up there?
Kinda did, didn't it?
Hmm.
They all look at each other and go, ugh.
Ding
Yeah,
ding.
it's been
Ring a
about
ding
6
ding.
months.
Suddenly it's a lot brighter in here with all the light bulbs going off.
Oh,
Hmm.
maybe the Hound ate them. Ooh, well, that's even worse. Poor boys.
Where is this mound?
If your thief friend here wants to make a deal with me, I'd be happy to show him the way.
What kind of deal were you thinking, Master Jenks?
70-30, whatever you find.
Make it 80-20.
Fine, if you want 20%, that's
Yeah, I
okay.
think there's
You
a
can
big
stick with that.
You jest, sir.
I never jest about treasure. Okay, let's say 65-35.
Only 35 for you then.
No, for you.
We can
All
bring
right,
back word of your friends, perhaps. Does
I
that
was gonna
sweeten the
speak
deal?
up, but you're not coming with. How are you get? Why do you get to? But you're not gonna get killed. We're gonna get killed, so we get more. We get more.
I can't buy wine with news of my friends.
We can't.
Well,
We can't drink wine if we're dead. So,
You look like strong, capable people.
oh, thank you.
all right. If we discover that your friend took this money and ran, then I'll consider your deal. But it's got to be 50-50.
No deal.
Oh, well, then I guess you're just never going to get any of that treasure, are you?
Well, I guess you're just never going to find that mound. And he goes back to drinking his wine.
All right. Someone want to help me out here. This man is not a reasoner. This man's not a real thief.
Yeah, I don't think I want to threaten them here in their turf.
No,
think
we're
that's
not
gonna
going to
help.
threaten him. I'm just saying, anyone got a better deal to offer him?
Yeah, we burn the place down, or he gives us the map.
I don't think that's going to help.
No. No.
Nobody likes my ideas.
Well, I mean, we could try to play like we're trying to stop the wolf. We think something that can help us do that is there. If he wants to keep his thievery business going in this town, he needs people alive here.
Right.
I'm not counting on civic pride so much as self-interest, but
That'd be a fair assessment. He may listen, he may not. But the drink has addled his wits. So,
That's a mighty noble offer, Mr. Elf.
well, see, there you go.
The offer is still 70-30.
Who gets the 70? Is that us?
We get.
Because we're
We
doing
get
the actual
pick.
work.
We will be there. We will see what the loot is. We get the best loot. You get the rest. That's how our 30% is going to go. We appraise it. We take our cut. You get the rest. Since we're bringing the people, we got to haul it back. We're taking all that on us.
it's called sweat equity in the bigger cities.
So if you want 70-30, that's how we're going to do it.
I can live with that.
If we bring you back confirmation or things from the other 3 thieves, could we get an extra 5% for the information?
Don't push your luck.
Think about it. We don't know what we're going to find out there, but if I can bring back information, would that be worth something to you?
I tell you what, I'll think about it.
Okay.
I promise you, you have my word, on my honor, that I shall think about it.
Seems convincing to me.
Okay. Where's the mound?
He gives you directions to the mound to the north of the village. He scrawls it down on a piece of parchment, gives it to you. So you have directions. Or at least what he claims are directions.
Right. Well, it's better than
And he
nothing.
tells you that this is the way that Kedge, Stein, and Ilum went, for sure.
Was this verified?
No, it wasn't verified. They never came back.
Okay. So
They always came back before.
so
They were good, loyal gang members.
is this the quietest way to get there? Is this the only way to get there?
The only way I know.
Okay.
None of us have tried. We daren't go outside the village for that because of that hound.
Understood. Stay inside. It's still about ranging.
All right, this seems like the best lead we've got, so I think we take it.
Okay. Thank you. So, do we follow the directions? We're all healed up. Oh, I guess realistically, how much longer do we want to keep going? Because we could talk to people in the town, maybe find some wolfsbane, and then get on our journey.
Ooh, that's a good idea. We could maybe trade pelts for wolfsbane and whatnot.
Yeah,
Something
sounds
like
all
that.
right.
Yeah. Could we do a quick bit of shopping? Does anybody need any other gear? I've got just a wee bit of cash on my randomly generated character sheet.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna need really. I mean, I think
Yeah.
this is fine for now. I'm happy to do any extra trading, but
Could we quick try to find Wolfsbane if there's a herbalist or maybe the healing woman? I can't remember what they called her.
Yeah.
The wise woman.
yeah, because surely that can't be that hard, right?
Oh, it can be.
Okay, so yeah, those thieves point you in the direction of the Mad Widow, as they call her.
Mm-hmm.
Goes by the name of Ime.
And who knows? Maybe she'll have some information about the hound that we don't have yet.
Huddled in the shadow of the Jarl's Great Hall is this tiny, round straw hut. It's like one of the weakest looking buildings in the whole village, and it's just a marvel that it's still standing and has not been torn apart by the hound, just torn apart by the elements, never mind the hound. You go in and the interior of the hovel seems oddly larger than its exterior would indicate. A lively fire burns in a fire pit in the center of the floor, and a mottled cat sleeps atop a shelf laden with unrecognizable bits of dried animals. Sat with a spindle and distaff is an aged crone, spinning flames from the fireplace into golden threads.
Wow. Well, as a fellow magic user, maybe I'll talk to her or a person of magical whatnot.
She looks up and says, "Oh, you're clearly not from about here. Come in.
I hope we're not interrupting your work.
No. I have many hours in the day."
Well, we may be on a fool's errand, but we're hoping to go and confront this hound that's been haunting your town. We were hoping you might know something about it that might help us.
She laughs and says, "Oh, I tell you my secret of the hound. The hound dare not touch me, safe and sound within my little hovel."
Why is that?
"Ah, well, you see, the thatched mud of this hovel I have filled with slender thread spun from the hairs of the dead, and they form an enchanted barrier, impassable to this hound."
Huh. I've heard tell that wolfsbane might be of some benefit against it. Do you know anything about that?
"I have wolfsbane, but I think not. I could certainly weave you some thread that you could use to bind the animal."
Thread of the same material you make the thatch out of?
"Yeah, just a simple matter that you provide me with the hair of the dead."
Ah.
How dead do they need to be? Recent? All the way dead, as in rotting?
"Oh, all dead is good."
Just not alive.
"Yes, dead."
Hair from a body? As in a human being? No, like a human being, or like
Oh, could it be animal?
or
"Oh, no, it must be from a man. It must be a human.
a man, or a woman as well.
Woman, child, all good. Just as long as dead."
Yeah, I don't think people will take kindly to us hair robbing the dead.
It's in the middle of.
Probably not.
"If you can provide me the hair of a corpse, I can weave it into shackles capable of binding the hound.
Okay.
It dares not pass these walls."
Can I make an intelligence roll to see if this seems plausible or if this is just some whacked out crazy crap?
"Sure."
Somebody's got to roll a die. Oh, we've had lots of healing rolls, for better or worse. 6. I totally buy it. I think this is the real deal, baby. How long would it take to weave such shackles?
"A day, maybe 2. But you must do something for me first."
Lord.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Yes?
"As you can see, I am an old woman and very, very lonely. One of you must give me your hand in marriage. And this is all I ask."
Will you pardon us so we can discuss your kind
We need a
offer?
moment.
"Oh, very well, very well." And she continues spinning flames into golden thread.
Okay, so we'll step out. I don't know that we can take a day or two. I mean, that's as long as they can hold off the sacrifices.
But if we need
Much
this
less.
in order to kill it,
Well, we're taking her word that
She sounds perfectly sane.
yeah, it seems
Yeah.
pretty normal. It's pretty legit. Let's kill Carl, take his hair, and make Bunsen marry
Damn it.
her.
Damn it. Ah, I was gonna offer Carl. As an option. What do we want to do? I mean, we could definitely use the help with the shackles
If they work.
if they were.
Also, we would have to get the hair of dead people. We know where some are, but I don't think the village would take kindly to us desecrating corpses, on
So
our
if they can
first
catch us
full day
doing
in town.
Well, sure. But if we can run across some corpses, we might be able to do some stuff. Especially if we could find the other thieves. They'll have hair.
Oh, that's
I'm just
true.
saying we might be able to find some on our way.
Okay.
Okay, so and I guess
Can
we
we
don't
tell her
have
we'll
to,
put a pin in it and see if we can find some hair and consider which of us might be best suited as for matrimony at this stage in their careers?
Sure.
Mhm.
Got it.
Carl will take a hit.
All right. Is she cool with that? We'll go off and see about the whole hair situation and come back.
Sure.
So, because hopefully we're just going to this mound to find the tools we need to kill the wolf. We're not going to encounter the hound. Sorry, we're not going to find the hound itself. There is our hope.
We don't know.
Well, we don't know that. So, shall we set off to find the serpent mound as described by the incredibly trustworthy and generous Master Jenks?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
Okay.
I still want somebody to explain how we killed the beast, but it's still around.
We didn't. It's a spirit. There's something else to it. We
I
defeated
mean, I assume it.
What it was.
Right, but then because it's a spirit thing, it just comes back. Yeah.
Well, we don't know. I mean, I've never dealt with anything like this before. So, I mean, it's
True,
news to me
same.
too. So, but I mean, at least there's confirmation that we're going to need to find something magical to take the thing down.
Yeah, totally.
So you travel for a good 3 hours through the woods, through dense forests, and the forest breaks at the edge of a steep slope, revealing a narrow vale below. Set in the center of the valley is a large earthen mound, topped with tall grasses and shaped like a long serpent.
It's been 6 months, I know, but can I do some forestering to see if people have been through? I guess no, mainly foresting to see if there's, a point of entry to this thing. I want to look for an entrance. Long story short.
Stretch it, just stretch it.
Ooh. I'm gonna try to summon an animal, like a sniff hound. If successful, I can give it commands within its normal bounds of nature. So I'm gonna try to get it to sniff around and find entrances, paths in and out, that sort of thing. So roll. What's my plus on this? +2, I believe. Doink. For a 13, that's not a complete failure.
That's not bad.
It's the basic level of success. I summon one mundane
Yay.
animal of 1 hit die or less. So small dog that's good at smelling and detecting. It remains for up to 1 hour. Obeys my caster's commands within normal bounds. Not suicidal commands or those contrary to its nature. Oh no, those have a 50% chance. So all I'm doing is I'm gonna lead it around to sniff to find a path of something that's gone in and out of this thing.
As you descend into the vale, you discover slender, silvery streams running along either side of the serpent mound. And Elwyn and his spirit hound.
What's a real hound?
Okay, sure.
For an hour, then it disappears.
To you, it's a real hound. Elwyn and his hound carefully inspect the eastern streambed and discover that the current of the water has undercut the bank, exposing a narrow cleft in the stones.
Ooh. And peeking in, does it look like it's big enough for people to go in?
It looks like you could squeeze. There's quite a lot of rubble, but it looks like you could squeeze through. On one of the rocks, you notice a shred of rough homespun cloth.
Aha. One of the thieves, most likely, I say.
These streams that go down, there's an eastern stream and a western stream, and they both seem to meet at the head of the mound to the south of you.
Well, I point out that cleft to the rest of the crew. It looks like this was the way in, at least for the erstwhile thieves. Who is best able to defend themselves as the first one in and cover the rest of us as we enter? Assuming we're entering?
Well, who can enter? I mean, would it be worthwhile for like Carl and Bunsen to try and clear some of the rubble away to make the entrance a little bigger? Can we
Sure.
do that?
That might
'Cause
be good
if-
instead of having the first person squeeze in and then be vulnerable to anything on the other side of this.
Yeah, sure. Give me a strength roll there. And there's 2 of you doing it, so
Yeah, I could just roll one apiece.
I'll tell you what. Roll your strongest guy, and you can go up 2. Go up 2 dice. So that will be a
30?
what is it? Is it a 30? Yeah, roll a 30. 22. But you clear it away so that all of you could get through there. Even someone as big as Carl.
Yay. All right. I assume it's dark within?
There's some light leaking through from outside, but it is dark. However, Elwyn and Brass, I believe, can both see. They both have dark vision. You can see that this chamber has partially collapsed. Tall stone slabs that once supported the ceiling are now canted inward by the weight of the earth above, and fallen debris is piled in the center of the room. The floor has fallen away in the far corner, and it seems as if the entire chamber could collapse with the slightest disturbance.
So are there, apart from the collapsed area, the floor collapsed and the ceiling collapsed, are there other ways in and out of this little chamber or whatever we'll call it?
There is an exit to the west.
Huh. What do people think?
Do we want to make tie off some ropes or something like that? I've got 250 feet of rope on my guys, so I mean we could have one person anchor over here somehow, and then I don't know, maybe hook the rope on someone, send the lightest one across.
Wait a minute. You said that. Where did you say the doors were, or the exits or entrances out of this chamber?
To the west,
The
and
west.
then up to the east from where you crawled in.
I have a 10-foot pole. We could pole vault.
Wait, do we have to get over collapsed floor to get to that exit to the west?
No, the chamber is collapsing from above.
Okay.
Oh, all
This
right.
chamber has partially collapsed.
Oh, I thought
Tall
the floor was
stone
collapsing
slabs.
too. Okay.
No, tall stone slabs that once supported the ceiling are now canted inward by the weight of the earth above, and fallen debris is piled in the center of the room.
Okay.
Ah,
Sounds like
gotcha,
we should probably just
gotcha.
go west then. Yeah.
Yeah, the floor has partly fallen away where you climbed through.
Okay. So you then the humans will need some kind of light source once we go in, I
Yep.
Yes.
believe.
Carl's gonna light the torch.
Nice.
Carl's got a torch.
Yeah, I've got information, so don't need that.
That's good because his fingers doesn't have a torch.
Now that you can see it, you can see that the stone slabs look like they could fall at any moment. Then there's just this large pile of debris in the room center, and the whole chamber seems quite unstable.
I'll take a quick glance at the debris. I'm not going to dig if there are any human remains sticking out of it. I'd be interested, but I'm not going to paw through it looking for anything. And my dog will smell it.
There are some older bones and such, but
Not
no, there's
6 months old thieves. Yeah.
no, there's too much debris to
Okay.
really tell of anything. I mean, you could dig through it, but
I
it
don't
would
want to
take
hang
a
out here
while.
any longer than we need to and watch this room collapse on us.
No, I think we should get to the exits quickly.
So westward, who leads the way?